Tylee, a little bit of a bounce back tonight. How'd it feel?
It felt really good. I think we had a lot of energy plays that we were lacking last game, and I think everyone just played an all-around good game. So.
Peyton, a lot of success in the paint. Was that something you feel like you guys could exploit going in, or was that just kind of a product of how you guys played today?
I think we've been working on that all season, but it also comes from like our guards doing really well on the outside and creating that open space on the inside, cutting off the post, playing inside out. So I think we did, like Tylee said, an all-around really good job.
Next week's a pretty important week. How do you guys feel heading into that?
I think this game builds a lot of momentum for us. I mean, it was kind of a bounce back game, so we're kind of looking to turn that around and keep that momentum going into the next week and into the rest of the season too.
Peyton, you mentioned after Thursday night's game, I guess I asked you if that game would be a motivator coming into this one. What did you guys talk about or work on the day in between to bounce back?
We talked about the things we can control. There's a lot of things that go on in the game of basketball that you can't necessarily control, so just finishing plays, making those extra effort plays, and just building off of each other and bouncing off of each other's energy and just really embracing everything that we do right, and even going back from the bad things is what we really focused on and talked about.
Playing as well as you did today, do you think that can be a confidence boost, and do you think you guys needed a confidence boost?
I think a little bit of both, yeah. I think it always helps, having a good game like that. I think it builds a lot of people's confidence when, you are making shots and knocking down shots. And, I think going into the next week, that'll be huge, and hopefully we can just keep that going.
Well, good win. I thought we played in the present here. Didn't let a disappointing Thursday turn into a disappointing Saturday. We just kind of cleaned the slate and came back and played much better. Everything's easier when you're making shots, and that's still a big part of that game on Thursday. So I didn't see a carry over there or an issue with it. Had a really good start, really good finish. Tylee was fantastic. We had some other people score a little bit, but Tylee I thought was really a big part of our energy in this game and helped us get going.
Did you talk about not carrying over anything like that, or did you just kind of leave that one in the rearview mirror and not even really acknowledge it?
Well, we talked about it. We talked about that game. We talked about some things that maybe that game exposed a little bit in our team that we can improve on offensively, defensively, but then just mentality-wise. That game, I thought we really hung on to plays that didn't go well. We didn't play in the present. We didn't play in the moment. We looked more frustrated in that game than we did connected and ready to make the next play. So we certainly talked a lot about that. I think that's popped up a few times this year. And it always comes from a good place. People want to do well. It's not a negative, but it doesn't help us in the next moment. So we certainly talked about some of those kind of things. And had we made a few more shots, those things were still true, but we might not have had the chance to talk about them or taken the time to talk about them. So you just try and find a way to turn that negative thing into something you can move forward with as a positive, and I think the team did it.
It sounds like that's kind of a basketball conversation, an X's and O's conversation, but you also said after Thursday night's game that, hey, that's a couple games in a row here at home where we've looked kind of flat or whatever. Did you address that too, just the emotional side of it maybe?
Yeah, I did. We did talk about it. The team talked about it too. That's not who they are or what they want. They kind of visited a little bit, and then we came in and visited, not in a real formal, it just wasn't that, We said, okay, here's some things that we see as coaches. What do you see? We see the same things. And usually with teams, you very much want the same thing. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So for us, it's more about reiterating things that I think they already see and feel and want to improve on. And they did a good job of that, and now it'll be important to do that again this week. This is a really big week for us, and we want to build on that.
Was it important for your team, a game like this, regards to the opponent, putting up good stats and winning a couple? Did they need a confidence boost?
Yeah, I think just offensively, seeing the ball go in, that's really been where we've defended really well this year. We've rebounded pretty well. We've taken care of the ball. We've done a lot of good things. There's been some games we just haven't made enough shots. Sometimes it's free throws early in the year. Sometimes it's been the three-point line. I just think that was a huge part of that game. Now, things contributed to us missing those shots, but our team has been just a little up and down and putting the ball in the net, and that makes it hard. So good to have a game where those things went our way.